Mic check, global exclusive. We got PDL, ENT. What's up, man?
What's going on, bro?
Chilling, man. So, where you get the name from?
That's from my government name. My initials PDL, or my initials Patrick. And, I'm not gonna tell it all, but PDL is pretty much my name.
That's what's up, man. So, you've been making noise in the St. Louis scene, man. How long you been doing music?
I've been doing music, in the music game all my life, but as far as production and producing, just the last 4 years when I came back from North Carolina, I moved back to St. Louis and decided to pick back up the music game.
That's what's up. So you mostly a producer than an artist?
Yeah, mostly production. And,
okay.
But I play for a church also, so I get out there and play with my church and play with live bands and things of that sort.
Okay, what instruments you play?
Play the organ, keyboard.
Okay, that's what's up. So, during that time period of, you playing music, how does that affect your time with production?
Actually, being a musician, being able to support myself with my music, I'm able to dedicate quite a bit of time, to music and all of that. But I went through the point of having a job and having to work in between. But the job I worked at, I had so much sitting time that I was able to get a little bit done while I was at work.
That's what's up. So, what artists have you produced for in St. Louis?
That part I'm working on, as of right now. I'm just now really putting my stuff out there to be heard. But, it's a lot of people, big people that's been looking at me and listening to me. So, you just get out there and grind and put it out on as many outlets as possible. That's
what's up. So what inspires you to do music?
Well, pretty much, man, I've grown up with a keyboard in my hand. Like I said, growing up on that church scene, I always wanted to get up there and try out the instruments. I was the little kid that they always kicked off the drums after church and kicked off the organ. But then when they came back years later, I was making noise. So it's pretty much, my whole family's done music. It's just, part of my bones, part of my structure.
That's what's up. So who are your favorite producers you was?
I like the big beats and I like the unusual. So, I kind of like Dr. Dre, because of his big style. I like Timbaland because he's different. I like the likes of Missy Elliott because she's different, than anybody else. And Pharrell, he's real, the Neptunes are out there.
Right. So what do you think about his new record that he has out, the new Pharrell record? Have you heard it?
It'll be something that, that has to grow on people, but I like it because it's different. And I'm just tired of hearing the same old thing over and over. So, I kind of tuned up to it when I first heard it. I was like, happy, okay, yeah, that's gonna be, but he's showing his ability to not just do hip hop, but to be able to cross over and to, get into the mainstream. And that's really what you kind of want sometimes.
So, would you say you were more of a hip hop producer than a pop producer?
Well, that's the thing too. I do mainly hip hop, but I find myself doing R&B. I find myself doing gospel, and lately I've jumped off into to like rock and roll. Make with a hip hop flavor to it. So I can go across the gamut because one, I'm not a young cat, so I've been experienced and exposed to a lot of different music and different things.
That's what's up. So what advice do you have for upcoming artists and producers just starting out?
Just get a chance to expose yourself to a lot of different things. Don't just be closed-minded. Because you got a lot of, Nelly, he did that country song. That's something, that'll take him further and further. And, him being able to do the Super Bowl, that's an experience that a lot of people would never get to say they had.
Yeah.
So just expose yourself as much as possible when, many genres of music. Don't just close yourself to hip hop. You'll be surprised what you'll find out there.
That's what's up. So do you have any artists on your label so far that you're personally working with?
We're actually assembling at the point right now. We're assembling a label. I got a couple of good guys. I got a guy named City. He done some production for Murphy Lee and things like that back in the day. So, I brought him back out the closet, and I got a couple of other fellas that, used to be real good at the game that are jumping on my team to, help me further this.
That's what's up. So what are your goals for like 2014?
My goals is to continue what I'm doing now. You found me on the internet.
Yeah, sure.
And I want, other people in other places. And man, there's so many tools that, independent artists can use that you don't have to sign on that dotted line. You can continue to push. And if you don't really need all the fame and riches, you can still make quite a bit of money, doing this without having to go over the top.
All right. What's your opinion on artists that do sign and artists that keep it independent? What's your opinion on that?
Well, those that do it, they're lucky. Believe you me, I wouldn't mind, signing on that dotted line, but all the things that go along with it, I'm not really, too kind for that. But that's the thing that TV sells you, that you need to be rich, that you need to have $200 million in your bank account. But best believe, if you had $1 million in your bank account, wouldn't you be just as happy? So, just grind, get that quick million, and get out the game, and don't depend. By me being a musician, I can depend on my skill set for the rest of my life. But if you're just a rapper, imagine yourself at 58 trying to rap. It's not gonna happen.
Right. Yeah.
So develop some other skills. Look into some real estate. Look into owning some stuff. That's we as black people don't own anything. We need to look into owning stuff, owning our houses, owning our cars, owning our blocks. Yeah. Neighborhoods and businesses and things like that. We that's what we need to concentrate on.
Right, yeah, true that. So, how do you think your success will be in the next few years coming up?
Well, judging off of the effort I put into it, because I came back to St. Louis, I was a veteran. I just got out of the military, so I just moved back to Missouri, and I really. Just really like hitting the streets and grinding. I've really just been up to it for the last maybe 6-7 months. Putting stuff out there. I've had beats and I've had music and but I just didn't ever let anybody hear it. But as far as, just grinding and, these last 6 months has really showed me that if you put your nose to it, you get all that negativity out your mind and turn off that TV, you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And open up them books and do what you got to do. And, people, used to tell me, man, you getting old, you might need to sit down, but I'm not trying to be out front. And if you just hear what I play and you hear what I produce and you don't look at me, I still got years, years left in me to produce and to play and, things like that. Because I'm steady evolving, steady learning. I learn from that little 6-year-old, what is he doing? Try to take his skill and perfect it. I'll learn from anybody.
What's your take on the St. Louis musicians?
St. Louis musicians need to get together. If we actually stuck together, we got enough heat here in St. Louis to make a name. And there's no reason, St. Louis used to be on the map back in the day. And, some of the older artists, the R&B artists and things of that sort. We've shown that we have exemplary musicians and talent here in St. Louis. And that's one of the reasons why I came back to St. Louis, because I know I would get challenged. I'm not saying that there's less talent in North Carolina, but there's just much more here in St. Louis. And if we actually pull together and stop trying to pull one person make it, we try to pull them back. Let that brother make it, he come back, pull the next brother in. We just don't reach back and grab one. That's the thing. We get our own and then we forget about the rest.
Right, yeah, true that. That's what's up. So any artists that you've been looking out for in St. Louis?
Well, I got a couple of independent, new artists that, that you'll be hearing about and things like that. And, it's just, I want to start something fresh, something new. I wouldn't mind getting my name out there on some of the big ticket albums and, big items like that just to, have my name out there. But,
Right.
St. Louis has so much talent and so much going on that, I want to kind of keep it locally and keep it at the house, what they say.
That's what's up. So how can people reach you to get some beats and just rap to you and talk to you?
I've had a couple of the St. Lunatics, they started following me and, they were listening to, a couple of my tracks. And you'd be surprised, man. Like I said, with this Twitter game going on, with the Facebook page, I just set all it up just to see what would happen. And you'd be surprised who's actually out there just lurking and looking for something new. There's artists getting discovered. So just do what you do, have fun with it, man. Put something out on YouTube and see what happens.
Right. What's your social media accounts?
I'm at Twitter at PDL ENT on Twitter. On Reverb Nation, I'm at reverbnation.com/PDL ENT LLC. I'm also on Facebook, facebook.com/PDL.ENT11. And, so.
You got an email address so they can get your email too?
Oh, yeah, my email is quite simple. It's PDL, all lowercase, PDL.ENT11@gmail.com.
That's what's up, man. Anything else you want to say to the people?
Like I said, man, I'm 38 years old. I may not look it, but believe me, my fingers are not getting old. My mind is not getting old. You get away from what the media is saying, get away from what people are saying, because those people are trying to pull you away from your dreams. If you got something in your heart, go for it. Give it all you have. And you just never know, that last little step before you're ready to give up is right there when, success is about to break through. So don't give up on your dreams. Never give up on your dreams.
That's what's up, man. Shout out Mike Check Global one time for us.
Oh, man, shout out to Mike Check Global, my boy. Darius sitting on the other side there, man. I want y'all to come on, check him on out, support us, St. Louis, stand up. Please support each other, man. Support this brother, man. He's doing a good thing. Come check this brother out.
Appreciate it, man.